Good day. My name is Ludwing Pedraza, and I am presenting this educational management workshop on sustainable change management presentation in order to work on the ideas of change in education. So, I want to start with this quotation. The only person who is educated is the one who has learned how to learn and change by Carl Rogers. And this is completely true. In our educational environment, perspective and development of the process of learning, teaching and learning is always changing. That because the context of studies is changing, or teachers, or indeed institutional perspective and paradigms. So it is necessary to educate as well as teachers in the process of changing. So in that way, we are going to work on model exploration and application overview to evaluate change management practices for sustainable improvements. First of all, I want to present the context selected to develop this study. So is Liceo del Caribe. Liceo del Caribe is a school placed in Bogota, Colombia, with a population of approximately 550 students from preschool to high school. And since 2020, Liceo del Caribe has developed a bilingualism project aligned with the policies of the Bogota Educational Service. But considering this thing, this program, this strategy, this project, the school has challenged different things. For example, and the main one that was selected to develop this study is the lack of commitment to the use of English in common areas, limiting student exposure to English. I work there as an English teacher since 2019, and it has seen how the project is becoming reality, but as well how teachers resist to change. I mean, teachers, not English teachers, of course, but English of other subjects, teachers and personal who is not related, or maybe has not the ability to speak English or to learn or to work with English. So it has been a great challenge for us. And then I wanted to explore in this way because I consider that the application of change model could be an excellent strategy to start improving and to start changing this process of difficulties into an opportunities of improvement. So Lewin's change model, Carter's step change model, and Atkar model has been studied, has been worked during this presentation. Um, of course, always related to the application into the Liceo del Caribe's difficulties. So the first model to work is the Lewin's change model. Lewin's Lewin is a psychologist, um, German American, who developed this process in 1940, applying it into organizations, um, confronting uh, or generating a balance between who are agree with the change and who not. So how to adapt these three steps of process in Liceo del Caribe. So the process of unfreeze. It is necessary to share data with teachers and how the low student exposures to English affect them and affect the project as institution. Also, it is necessary to discuss the negative effects on language acquisition, and all we need meetings with the staff to explain the purpose and needs for more English immersion. Then we go to the change stage, in which English is started to use around the school. Teachers are encouraged to greet and interact with students in English, and institution provides language workshop and support for staff. And then when this stage is developed, we go to refreeze, and when English is included in the school policy documents, um, celebrating and reward institution must celebrating and rewarding the English use outside of the classroom. And it is necessary to make regular evaluations to ensure continuity and improvement. So the model number 2 is the quarters 8-step change model. I will present you in a shortly way how this model could be applied in Liceo del Caribe. So first of all, it is necessary to create a sense of urgency. As the same as the before one, presenting data on limiting English exposure and its effects on students' performance. It is necessary to highlight the inconsistencies and how this kind of lack of commitment not agrees with the institutional project. Number 2 is build a guiding coalition. So we need a leadership team that includes school administrator, bilingual coordinators, and department heads who show enthusiastic believing in this bilingual vision. Number 3 is form strategic vision and initiatives. So vision must be clear for all. Number 4 is enlist a volunteer army, people who is encouraged to participate in these bilingual processes. We need these ambassadors among staff to model English in all community. Number 5, enable action by removing barriers. We have to identify the obstacles and remove it, providing support, providing training, clarify expectation, have a great communication. Number 6, generate short-term wins and celebrate, to be able to celebrate small achievement and share success stories internally to build these moments of progress and motivation as well. And this sustained acceleration, as a staff, we have to ensure that all the align or is aligned be, with bilingual and academic planning. And lastly, all this change must be institutionalized. Um, we need to embed bilingual practices into school culture and policies, make English use in a common areas as a standard practice. And the needed, lastly, is the regularly review and validate curriculum updates. The third model to apply strategies of change is the proposed by EdCAR, the EdCAR model. It has 5 steps. The first one is awareness, desire, knowledge, ability, and reinforcement. So how to get awareness in the process? We need specific information sessions. with student testimonials and connection to the institutional vision. We need desire, sharing success stories, space for dialogue and listening, of course, with teachers of other subjects and all, of course, the staff, and also commitment to professional development. Then we need knowledge, practical and specific workshop, accessible support resources, and observation and feedback, providing the resources, the issues to teachers to be develop this process of training, this process of knowledge on the process of learning and adapting to the bilingualism program. Then the ability, so safe practice spaces generating support from English ambassadors and formatting not evaluate feedback, but give them the idea to growth inside in self. And lastly, there are reinforcements. It is necessary to monitor the English language use to have good feedbacks and to apply the necessary impact changes in the process. The public recognition of progress and the integration in the school culture. Okay, so um, finally, how to develop solutions, sustainability, and strategies. So first of all, we need to overcome resistance through strategies to address resistance effectively. We need to close the gap and overseeing the goal, searching this process to a short way to go to the objective. The program curricularly field must have and attend the three basics: literacy, numeracy, and students' well-being. The emotional intelligence as a very important process to develop through the bilingual project. We need to be driven by tapping to people's dignity and sense of respect. Of course, instead on respect teachers or try of the other subjects who are not speaking English and trying them to obligate them and feeling the pressure. It is necessary to become this in a dignity and a sense of respect to them and ensure that the best people are working on the problem must be adequate. The people that fits that problem must be the people who shows in our team of leadership. Mm, it is necessary to recognize that all successful strategies are socially based, never focusing on one person, but a process of community. And assume the lack of capacity in the initial problem and then work on it continuously. Any change, it is necessary to consider the time to work on it. So it is not from day to night. It could be a process that takes time. And as teachers, commitment with that process must be there to support, to form, to motivate, and build internal accountability linked to external accountability. It's necessary to have the external eye on us as a school as well, to have a good feedback, an external feedback that don't let us to sleep in our own mistakes. Okay, the sustainability plan includes these factors. So number one, okay, it is like a recording of all the ideas we are developing, we have developed to this moment. Then let's check a summary. Number one is to have a clear and short vision with all the community. Number two, ongoing and professional development and support program in English teaching strategies. Number three, empower teacher leadership to lead initiatives, support, and improvements. Number four, have a curricular coherence and validation aligned content with the CFR and MEN. Encourage the natural use of English in everyday context. Implement a monitoring system to measure project progress, involve families, administrators, and the external community in the bilingual project, and formalize the project with internal regulation and establish incentives for committed teachers as well. Okay, who are who? Stakeholder engagement at the Liceo. So we have very high, the level of involvement is very high, high, and medium. So the very high are school administrators and teachers, who are the institutional leadership and the central participant in the learning processes. The level of involvement high are the students, bilingual management and academical coordinators, who centrally participate in the learning process and have the technical and methodological facilitators. And of course, the medium level involvement are families and publishing companies. They provide emotional and logistical support outside the classroom and the resources on training. The communication strategy must be aligned to have awareness and alignment in the process. Then they provide the capacity to building and empowerment, the engagement and community building, and evaluation and celebration. Meetings, um, providing virtual presentations, easy accessible resources as well, continual continual supporting from the leadership in charge providing that, and always communicate the good things to have a good evaluation and celebration. But it is also necessary to have strategies to communicate the changes and the impact of those. So this is the way we are going to work, having, of course, an anticipation on outcomes and benefits. So the first one is the outcome that can be and the benefits of that. The increased teacher engagement, because teachers stronger commitment with the process according they understand it. Improving institutional coordination, because with a vision, clear vision, the leaderships can have a very process of guide or leading to others, to the teacher's body. A strong bilingual culture and long-term sustainability of changes. So I want to thank you to have this moment to share with me in this process of implementation of changes model at Liceo del Caribe School. It could be a model that can be implemented not just in the Caribe school, but also in those schools that want to develop their bilingual progress program according to national policies and also district policies. So thank you so much for your attention.